The NES is a great console. You know, there's nothing like playing Super Mario Bros. 3, Punch-Out, or even Home Alone on your old CRT. But what if you could shrink down this 8-bit experience? And guys, no, I'm not talking about a screen taped to an NES. I'm talking about an entire NES built inside of a controller. So I bought one in this video. We're gonna test it out and see what happens. All right, so here it is, and that looks a lot different than the photos. I'm not sure if they sent me the wrong color, if I ordered the wrong color, but as you can see, it's an NES lookalike kind of controller here. It's got a 2.8-inch big screen. Oh my goodness, wow, okay. I thought this thing was gonna be the size of a real NES controller, but no, this thing is, it's massive. Also, is it curved? And one random screw. What is that for? But yeah, guys, here is our NES, and my goodness, this, ooh, you know what? The buttons aren't bad. But all right, guys, I have an NES controller to compare here, and I also just noticed that the text on this thing says Pocket Game, and is that not the Pokemon font? This thing just gets stranger, and it's a strange thing. Now, color-wise, it's pretty dang good. The reds are pretty close, the blacks are close, the grays, they might actually be the same. This one's just very yellowed because it's, you know, 40 years old at this point. And in terms of thickness is where this conversation really breaks down, because this thing here is actually, it's a very thick boy. So let me go ahead and take a closer look at this thing and show you guys what's going on. So we got our, of course, normal buttons in the front, except we have a reset button, which is interesting. Also, why is it double A and double B? Like, you couldn't do X and Y? You know what? Double A, is that for like a rapid double A tap or something? I guess we'll find out. But here in the bottom, we also have an on-off switch. We have a headphone jack, which is kind of nice here in 2026. Volume rocker as well. Here on the top, we have a, what does that say? Retro AD HG891, 4 AAAs made in China. And that's where our screw goes right there. Okay, we need some AAAs here in a second. But anyways, guys, there's also a little cartridge slot here, so you can play games built in and also play real NES games, I think. Wow. Oh no, that's bad. Can you guys see that? Wait a second. The alignment on this thing is horrible. Wow, it's not even close. I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that this whole thing is curved. I mean, look at that thing. You can very clearly tell the entire front of this thing is curved. That's just, it's not right, man. I paid 60 bucks for this, by the way. Pretty steep for whatever this thing is, but yeah, let's go ahead and plug some batteries in this thing, turn it on, and just see what happens. All right, got our million AAAs in here. Let's go ahead and flip the switch on. Oh, and there it is. Okay, where's my sound? Hello? Okay, so I guess no sound in the main menu, which is a little bit tragic, but all right. And now here's the thing, the top-down view of the viewing angles from the top down are pretty good, but like, watch this. There's okay, but you go down and you can't see anything. Look at that, like, oh, not surprising, but a little bit disappointing. Also, I just noticed there's a screen protector on this, or screen film on this thing, so let me go ahead and take that thing off. Actually, wow, that looks a lot better now. That's clean. Oh, wow. That's the noise when you scroll. That's rough. Okay, sound down a little bit for now so we don't have to endure whatever that is. But we have a 88-in-1, as you can see from the top. It's just built into the console. So we have Sky Zone, Whale, Fairy, what is it? Aether Base, Final Fighter, Butterfly, Interstellar, Pipe Link, Difference Picture. Are these real games? What are these? Devil Dom Doom. What? Anglerfish? There's no way this is a real game. Transmission, Adventurer, Cool Baby, Kicking Now. What? Okay, let's try a Cool Baby, see what this is. Yeah, it says Cool Baby, okay. Trying to play this thing, but it's impossible to see from this angle. I gotta go like straight overhead, but then I block the camera view. I will say though, the screen is actually, it looks, I don't know, it looks pretty decent for a little 2.8, excuse me, a big 2.8 screen. That's enough of whatever this is. Let's go ahead and I guess reset this thing, and yeah, that reset button works, cool. Let's see what else we got. We got Hidden Suns, we got Bugs, we got Gym Game, Goalkeeper, Math Sort, what is that, ellipsoid? Ellipsoid, okay. Asart, excuse me? What is going on? What? Am I in a farm? What is happening? We also got Disque Putt. I have no clue what's happening. Oh, there we go. I threw it. Ah, let's go. Is it inbounds? I don't know if discus putt is the actual correct name for this sport. I think it's an Olympic sport. Flat my face again, dude. This is absurd. You got stuff like bomb time, 110 hurdles, 100-meter dash. Oh, let's go. Ooh, okay, so here's 100-meter dash. I think the double A is a good chance to try this out and see if it like lets me tap faster. Go, 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 go. Oh, let's go. It worked. Oh, it's faster. Let's go. Also got bangers like Shrew Mouse, Blob Man, Rushing Brothers, Caper Alone, Cowpoke, Cute Bear, Cute Fish. Wait, Cute Bear, there's no way it's a real game. It's Care Bear. Care Bear. Okay. Okay. How about Cute Fish? What is that actually? Oh, there's no name at all. Cool. What is this? Oh, I'm just fishing. Okay. Goldeny Bird instead of Golden Bird. Jump Jump, Doll, Monsters Ball, Clown's Mission, Cookies Labyrinth. What? Excuse me? I've had enough of these built-in games, guys. Let's go ahead and try a real game here. So I'm going to turn this thing off. We'll toss in our cartridge here. So we have Super Glove Ball here. I'm a little concerned, as we saw earlier, because this thing is misaligned. So let's go ahead and just, I guess, slide it in and see if it fits by default. And Well, you know, it doesn't. And by the way, you can see how large the cartridge is compared to this you know, game here. And that's what drew me in here. Is it's just so goofy having an NES lookalike controller thing here with a giant cartridge sticking out the top. But yeah, that ain't doing it there, Chief. Now, I would assume here it's not too hard to bend this thing back into place. Maybe. But again, I'm not sure how this entire thing got out of place. That's just wild stuff. Yeah, actually, I can't do that. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what the inside looks like, and then we'll also simultaneously try to fix this thing. And guys, as we're taking this apart, I wanted to mention that back in the past, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I bought a portable NES from eBay, and while it wasn't a NES controller where it had everything housed in, it was like a different portable system that looks very interesting. I'll show some footage on the screen so you can see it. That thing was wild. Actually, after I made that video, the eBay seller reached out to me and wanted to like collaborate with me to sell more of the units or whatever, but no, I didn't do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and take this thing apart. This thing is actually, you know, made out of plastic. That one was 3D printed, which, you know, 3D prints are just in general a little bit more jank usually. But all right, I got this thing coming apart here, and oh, we got some wire straddling just for our battery, so not too bad here. But yeah, very simplistic, as you can see. We have our cartridge slot right here, which yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's crooked by default. Man, that's so bad. Let me go ahead and show you closer up. So looking at this thing, it's kind of hard to tell here because the pins that you see back there, they're connected to the PCB, are reflecting, so you can't really see the angle that they're at. But it basically looks like this entire board with the cartridge slot was just soldered at the incorrect angle, and now we end up with this super jank crap sticking out of the cartridge. Like, what's going on here? Oh, you know what? Actually, on this angle, from this bottom side, you can see a little bit better. Yeah, look at that. Look at how rough that angle is. That's just a really crappy soldering job from the factory. That's unbelievable, man. Come on, dude. Yeah, like, it's hard to see, but on the right side, you can see the PCBs are basically in direct contact, whereas on the left side, there's like a little tiny gap. So you know what? Maybe I could fix this. Let's pull out my soldering iron and see what we can do here. But actually, real quick before that, I want to turn this thing back on and try it with the cartridge slot off, or the back off, so I can stick a cartridge in it and see if it'll work this way at least. And as soon as you plug it in, it turns to a blue screen with a little cursor there. Oh, okay. Also, this thing is waving in the wind like crazy. That's not ideal, but kind of expected, to be honest. Oh, now it's just freaking stuck. Wow. So I'm actually not sure if the cartridge here is bad or if the game system itself is bad. So let's turn it back off and let's see well, actually, you know what? Which way does it go inside? Does it go in this way or the other way? Okay, according to the listing photos, it goes in this way, which I think is what I did before, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Oh, there it is. No, it's working now. Cool. Yeah, it's working, but I can't see anything from this angle. Gosh, dang, this is so freaking annoying. All right, turn that crap off. All right, let's pull out the soldering iron and try to fix this thing and get a little bit more aligned. It's been a year or two since I've soldered anything, so we'll see how this goes. But what I'm thinking is I can melt these solder points down here and kind of push the board closer to the other board and make more contact, kind of like the other side is, and maybe it'll be a little bit more aligned. We'll see what happens here, though. Hopefully I don't burn myself. Also, I love breathing in solder fumes. It's my favorite. Okay, so I did it kind of the super jank way, where I basically just put my soldering iron on a bunch of pins all at once and try to melt them and kind of push it down my finger. I think if I were to do this the correct way, I would take a hot air rework station and basically spray hot air on all these pins at the same time, so I gotta push them down, but I don't have all the equipment to do that, so yeah. So I don't know, I think I fixed it a little bit. Let's put it back together and see what happens. Maybe not. Yeah, it's still pretty dang crooked in there. Okay, and I kind of forced it back together and shoved the NES cartridge in there, and it is working now, but yeah, you gotta really shove that thing in, man, like, and then you can't freaking get it out. While we're at it though, I guess we might as well try this AV out functionality and see how that works. Maybe I can actually see the screen when I'm playing. All right, AV out plugged in. We'll also plug in this DC out at the same time, or DC in, excuse me, and see how that works. That should just turn our console on without batteries, as you can see. The batteries, turn it on, and yeah, oh yeah, it works. Cool, well, for about half a second it did. Come on, man. So we'll try an NES cartridge and see if that works on our AV out. Maybe it does, I don't know, man. And nope, no signal, but it works on the console, okay. You know, kind of what I expect from crap like this, but disappointing nonetheless. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, I think you'll love this video here where we got N64 games from AliExpress, and trust me, they should not have been sold. Just check it out, and I'll see you there.